Good afternoon. Welcome to the Recovering Perfectionist Mama Grace in Progress podcast. I'm Buffy, and if this is your first time joining us, welcome. Happy to have you. Just to give you a little bit of information about me, I am a women's lifestyle creator on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, dealing with issues such as marriage and family, self-empowerment, self-improvement, mindset, self-empowerment, self-improvement, fitness, nutrition, biohacking, all sorts of goodies that women are interested in and concerning women. So if you're a returning viewer, also happy to have you. Thank you for hanging back out with us again, right? So today we are going to talk about healing your inner child, reparenting the parts of you that still need love. So welcome back to the Recovering Perfectionist Mama Grace in Progress podcast, where we talk about emotional growth, self-awareness, and the deep work that actually changes your life. Today, we're going somewhere tender, but powerful. We're talking about healing your inner child. This is for the part of you that still struggles with self-worth, fears rejection, overcompensates for love, or gets triggered by things that don't seem logical to your adult self. That's your inner child speaking. And if you've ever wondered why you know you're safe now, but still feel anxious, lonely, or unworthy, this episode will connect those dots. Part 1, understanding the inner child. Let's start with what we actually mean by inner child. Your inner child isn't just a metaphor. It's a collection of your earliest emotional memories. It's a subconscious part of you that remembers what it felt like to be seen, unheard, or unloved. It's also the part of you that still holds wonder, creativity, and joy. When those early experiences involve neglect, chaos, or emotional invalidation, your brain wired itself for protection, not connection. You learn things like, I need to be perfect to be loved. It's safer not to speak up. My feelings don't matter. I actually learned all three of those, unfortunately. These beliefs don't vanish with age. They become the lens through which your adult self views the world. That's why inner child work matters. It bridges your past and your present so you can stop living from old wounds. Part 2, recognizing childhood wounds. Let's name some common wounds your inner child might carry. Abandonment, fear of being left or unseen. Rejection, fear of not being good enough. Neglect, emotional needs that were ignored or dismissed. Control or enmeshment, feeling responsible for others' emotions. These wounds show up as people-pleasing, overachievement, avoidance or emotional numbness, constant guilt, and difficulty trusting others. And sometimes the wound is subtle. Maybe you grew up in a nice home, but no one talked about emotions. You learned to suppress needs to keep harmony. Healing begins when you can say, something hurt me, even if others had it worse. You don't have to justify your feeling, your pain, to heal it. So ultimately, I think that a lot of us want to play the comparison game, especially when we see awful cases such as like Elizabeth Smart and some of those other cases like that Cleveland case where there were all those girls who had been abused. And it's like, well, I didn't have it that bad. You know, we can't literally categorize the level of pain that someone else experienced. So I can't look at you. You can't look at someone, for instance, who like loses both of their arms in like a car accident. And then you've dealt with some sort of emotional thing or sexual abuse, physical abuse, or whatever it is, and say, well, I didn't lose both my arms, so my pain is not as bad as theirs. No, but the point is, you experience the pain. Our experience is never going to be the same as someone else's, but we have to kind of honor ourselves and our pain just as we would honor a stranger who has suffered pain in some way. You wouldn't say that to a friend, would you? Say, oh, well, you didn't lose both your arms, right? So, I mean, I don't really know what you're upset about, so you just need to move on. That's not what you would say to a friend. I'm almost sure of that, but yeah, we can say it to ourselves, can't we? Now, how do we actually connect with that younger part of you? Start by visualizing yourself at a younger age, maybe 5, maybe 8 or 12. Close your eyes, see where you lived. What did you love doing? What made you scared? Then ask, what did this child need that they didn't get? Maybe it was comfort, or protection, or encouragement, or safety, or hugs, or kisses, or attention at some point, or a calmer environment. Now, you become the adult who gives it. That's reparenting. You can't go back and change what happened, but you can change what happens inside you now. Part 4, practicing self-compassion. Self-compassion is the bridge that brings awareness and healing. When your inner child grows up, maybe you overreact, cry easily, or shut down. The goal isn't to shame yourself, it's to soothe, not silence that part. Try this practice. When you feel triggered, pause and say internally, this is my younger self feeling scared. I am safe now. I'm here for you. Then breathe. Put your hand on your chest if it helps. Over time, you'll start to feel the difference between reacting as the wounded child and responding as the healed adult. Healing is not about fixing the past. It's about building safety in the present. Reparenting in action. Reparenting is the daily process of giving yourself what you needed back then. It's not abstract, it's practical. Ask yourself daily, what would a loving parent say to me right now? What do I need? Rest, reassurance, boundaries, or joy? Examples. If you were criticized often, practice self-encouragement. If you were emotionally neglected, check in with yourself regularly. If you were told not to cry, allow tears and validate your emotions. You are learning to trust yourself again, to rebuild that broken bond between inner child and inner adult. Creating a safe emotional foundation. Once you begin reparenting, your nervous system learns safety, something it may never have known before. This might look like no longer panicking when someone's upset, feeling okay saying no, letting joy exist without guilt. To support this, build safety routines, journaling to your inner child, meditation or grounding practices, affirmations like, I am safe now. It's okay to rest. My needs matter. Safety is the soil where healing grows. In closing, your inner child doesn't need perfection, just presence. They've been waiting for you to slow down, to notice, to care. You don't have to relive your trauma to heal it. You just need to give the parts of you that were abandoned a home inside your heart. And over time, those wounds become wisdom. That pain becomes purpose. If this episode spoke to you, please share it with someone who might need to hear it too. Tag me with your takeaways at recovering_perfectionist_mama, or write to your inner child tonight and ask, what do you need from me now? You are not broken, you're healing, and you're doing it beautifully. I will also say that my trauma had led me to represent children who were victims of abuse, similar to what I experienced as a child, and that gave me a purpose, and it made it feel like everything that had happened to me was for a reason. And that reason I enjoyed for a very long time until that opportunity ended for me. And I mourned it quite a bit, but I've since realized and believe that God ultimately has a plan for all of us. And I think my plan was to do something else. So for whatever reason, that was taken and it's gone, but I do look back on those times very fondly. So thank you for tuning in today. And if you have any questions or anything, feel free to reach out. Same username across all platforms, Recovering Perfectionist Mama, on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And again, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.